Hey folks, it's Ariel over here at Fy Nyth. I am collecting more firewood. If you guys have been following me, you probably know I quit my job. That has led to a little more wood use in my tiny house, and so to try to be thoroughly prepared, I have split up all the rounds that I had from the trees that came down along the garden that you guys saw a little bit earlier in the fall. And my woodshed is pretty full. I'll show you guys that in a second. But I do seem to be burning more wood now that I'm here all the time. I'm also burning less propane, as I mentioned, so that's a good thing. I'm not worried about that at all. But I didn't want to run out when it was super snowy. If this winter's like last year, there's going to be snow up to about here shortly. So I don't know if the winter's going to be like that, but either way I want to be prepared. So I did go and collect some more firewood. This stack that I'm sitting on is all aspen. I do burn lodgepole pine and aspen, and if you guys are wondering why, don't I know that oak and maple and hardwoods are generally better burning, longer burning trees? Yes, I do. But if you take a look around my clearing here, and anywhere for a few hundred miles around me, these are pretty much the only two kinds of trees that grow. So that is why I use them for firewood. Not because they're the absolute best, but they're what I have. So I'm going to split up this aspen. I've got a bunch of pine already. I get a lot of questions about creosote in the wood stove. I've got some other wood stove videos. I'll link those down below if you want to check them out. But I do get some creosote, but creosote is not, like I and a lot of other people thought, apparently caused by burning sappy woods like pine. It's caused by things not burning hot enough. Now pine and aspen, because they are some more softwoods, have a little bit more of a tendency to do that than an oak or a maple, but it's because of the burn temperature, not the sap in the pine. So I do get some creosote. I'll do a video on cleaning my chimney when I do that. I do check it regularly, and so that's not a big problem. But this is the wood I have. Pretty much all the trees I use have been dry, standing dead for a long time. Unfortunately, the forest around here is fairly unhealthy. There was a lot of beetle kill and so on, so there's a lot of standing dead trees. That means they died for whatever reason, usually disease or beetles, while they were standing, and have dried out totally bone dry, like seasoned firewood, while they're standing. Then if you cut them down and split them up, the wood is good to go. So I'm not burning green wood, just in case you're wondering about that. So I did go collect this pile of logs. My neighbor helped me with his tractor do that. I didn't carry them all in here by hand. So I'm going to finish cutting these into rounds. I've got a pile of new rounds started, and I'm going to grab this and take it over to the woodshed and show you guys what's going on in there. So as you probably know, that big pile of wood that's split there goes in the outdoor fire pit, which is all put away for the winter. But that is not for my mini stove inside. This is my newest pile of rounds I've got started over here by my chopping block. And in case you're wondering why my wood pile's here in general, see how there's no snow or hardly any snow in this area right now? And in the more open areas, there is a good bit. That's why it's over here. It just gets less snow because it's shaded by all the big trees. As I mentioned, aspens and lodgepole pine. That's what I've got around here. You probably noticed there are no maples, oaks, anything of that kind. So anyway, I'm gonna not be able to split all that because my wood stove is, or my wood shed is pretty full. I did rebuild this since last winter with a sturdier frame under there. These bins, if you're wondering, are for ashes and such, and they're gonna go over by the house door for the winter. I just haven't put them there yet, but I keep them handy there all winter long. And so in here, the camera will adjust. You can see this is my woodshed built out of pallets. That's some of my extra fire starter. It's full to the ceiling on that whole side. On this end, I've got a little bit of a gap right here and kind of the peak there to fill up. It's pretty much full out to the front edge here. So I'm going to split up some of this newest aspen pile, but it's certainly not all going to go in there. The rest is just going to stay in a pile there where I'm stacking it, be under this tarp. So as I need more, if it's a hard winter, it'll be right there and handy where I can easily split it whenever I need it. So that's what I'm working on today. Thanks for watching, folks. If you're interested in more info on my off-grid tiny house life, check out some of my other videos here. And if you like what you're seeing, Click the little picture of my house to subscribe, and then hit the little bell so YouTube actually notifies you every time there's a new video available. See y'all next time.